feet, as it's done the past 2 years.
The delay to December was prompted by concerns that excess salt from the North Arm would flow to the other side of the tracks. The Utah Division of Wildlife Resources feared the sudden change could threaten the food source for millions of birds, juvenile brine shrimp, in their most critical month, October.
And moving forward, I'm hoping to be able to live up to my... Oh my God, excuse me. I'm hoping to live up to my word in regards to this statement, all right? Past few months, as you guys know, I've been really worried about my taxes. I've been really worried about a situation where I would not be able to pay my taxes and it would just be a steamrolling problem for me. My taxes are now done. They're filed. I'm going to be paying my 2017 back taxes this coming week. And my 2018 taxes are what they are. I can't pay them right now, but I'm not going to go into detail about that in this video. If you want a full explanation of what's going on, because you've been following along and or maybe being very supportive of me in the last few months in regards to this tax situation, there's two places you could go for a full explanation. Last night over on my Twitter, I put up a tweet longer, which is one of those links. You can click on it. I could leave a giant tweet. That's one way I explained it in detail in writing. Or today on my pre-stream, before I did my gameplay stream of Call of Duty World War II today, I explained the situation in full, in detail. I even had my taxes. I showed you the paperwork and everything for them, okay? So if you really want the full, detailed explanation, that's where you can get it. In a nutshell, right now, I'm okay. I'm not in jeopardy of losing my house right now. But if things don't get really good this year, meaning if things on streams and YouTube don't pick up and get better for me this year, you know, by the end of this year, yeah, there's a chance that I may end up having to sell my house to pay my taxes, and then I have to move either to a smaller place or more than likely back across the country to Connecticut, which would be absolutely horrible. All right. But the bottom line is, I explained the whole situation in detail in this video and also on Twit longer. I'm not going to go into it here. And I'm committing to you guys, all right, that you're not going to hear about it anymore. I'm just not going to keep bringing it up every week, right? It would probably end up costing me more time and more money than it's worth. I mean, I might spend more money just getting the lawsuit to court for $900. And okay, this is hypothetical. Let me tell you this. If I owed $100,000 in back taxes and the fees were $30,000, $40,000, of course, then I would sue the guy. But the thing is, my taxes issue here is small potatoes. It's not, you know what I mean? There's no way it's going to be that much. The 450 sub goal, all right? If you have not subscribed yet, or if you've been a subscriber and did not, renew, the benefits that you can get, number one, you get access to all of my emotes. And there's a ton of them, by the way. All right, an absolute ton of emotes for you to use. Okay, that's number one. Number two, you get access to the Crown subscriber badge, which starts off as bronze, but once you're a 3-month ongoing subscriber, it turns silver, 6 months gold, 1 year gold with jewel encrusted. All right, pretty cool. And then when I go on an ad break, which I usually do 1 per stream, it basically makes it so you don't see the ads. Okay, it'll hide the ads for you, so you can just kind of relax and not have to watch advertisements. So, 3 benefits of being a sub, and obviously it directly helps me as well. So, please consider subscribing, all right? And one thing I will say, please do not listen to the doom and gloom viewers in the stream chat. There's people in the stream chat who every time I do sub count, oh my God, the sub count is so low. No, it's not. It's not low. 400 is a great and healthy amount for a stream level of my size. And we're looking to organically grow it over the course of 2018 with all the new big releases that will be coming out, okay? It's hard to grow a channel when your channel is based on covering hot new games and there's no hot new games, okay? It's just fact of life. It's always been like that with me. In the 10 years that I've been playing games, on the internet, it's always been like this. In a time of slowness, it's hard to maintain and grow, all right? You'll also notice that some of the people who complain the most, like, oh my God, the subs are so low, are people who aren't subbed. Isn't that a coinky dink? I'm just saying. Usually the people who scream the sky is falling are people who are just looking to cause drama anyway, okay? But anyway, if we hit the 450 sub goal this month, I'm bringing back the Patron's Choice playthrough. If you're not aware what that is, it means that if you are part of my Patreon, all right, a $5 or more contributor this month, you're going to be nominating and then voting on a game that's going to be an ongoing playthrough. So basically, you have a big amount of control over what I do. Okay. And you might say, okay, that's cool. But what kind of games are we talking? Well, in the past, some of the games that have been played, Spyro the Dragon. Excuse me. All right. Again, trailers for every game look amazing, right? You may be saying, Phil, not many people are talking about this game. Why are you checking it out? I received a review copy. Right now, I could play the game if I wanted to. However, I've decided that I'm going to stick to my word. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I am a person who is very against getting games before release date, getting games before street date, whatever you want to call it, and people getting priority to be able to play these games. Oh, you got an early review copy and you've been special, you special snowflake, you've been deemed worthy to play this game ahead of time on Twitch, on stream, and on YouTube. So you get extra money, extra views. Some people play these big AAA releases a week early and get thousands upon thousands of extra dollars because people come watch them and check them out playing the games early, which is ridiculous in my opinion. I'm not an elitist. I don't feel that just because I make a living playing video games and doing gameplay streams and YouTube videos that I'm any better than any of you. I see myself directly in line with who you are. All right, we're the same people. We play the games on the same day. No one should get preferential treatment. Therefore, I'm purposely, even though I could play Extinction right now, holding off until Tuesday to play the game because that's the release date of the game. All right. Very few and far between have I ever broken release day. I think there's three games ever in the 10-year history that I've ever done it. Although it's hilarious because, ask the negative idiots, he does it all the time. And no, I've done it 3 times ever. One time it wasn't even my copy of the game. I was playing at a friend's house. And 2 other times I did get early copies and I was granted, one time I was given an early copy and granted permission. Everyone else was playing it that day too. Another time there was a loophole, way back, remember, with Dark Souls 3. But I digress. I don't know why I'm going into detail about this. See what I mean? I wouldn't have worked for me. It would have been an endless, boring, repetitive grind that no one would have enjoyed watching, and my commentary would have sucked on it. So that's what I mean. Now, with God of War, State of Decay 2, Detroit Become Human, the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, just those there's 4 great games coming out that I think are going to lend themselves to really entertaining ongoing streams. It's going to hook a lot of attention. But yeah, quite frankly, you're right. There really have been no new good games that have been coming out and kind of hooking the attention of anyone, including me. It sucks. It's just what happens sometimes. Last year we were spoiled. We were literally spoiled in 2017 by an overabundance of big AAA releases. Even when you had a month where there were like 2 duds, there was still at least 1 to 2 good games to negate that. This year we've got like nothing. It's dead, man. It is freaking dead for gaming. And that sucks. That sucks. But it is what it is, I guess. You know what also is funny, and I should bring this up? Something no one ever again is talking about that Kingdom, what was it? Something, what was that game that everyone wanted me to play in February, that RPG? Like, not a single person's mentioning it ever again, which I knew would happen. The only reason that RPG, I can't even remember the name of it, the only reason it got any attention was because there was nothing in it. There was nothing else. Oh, Kingdom Come Deliverance. That's what it was called. Kingdom Come Deliverance. No one's mentioning it ever. Like, it's forgotten. It's the forgotten game of 2018. Because everyone, played it when there was nothing else out. And now it's completely forgotten. No one remembers it. I knew that was going to happen. That's why I didn't bother with it. Okay. But anyway, the third part of Rave Comics Cheer, he says, what do you think about people fearing World War III? Listen. We always have these fears. First it was going to be North Korea. Now it's Russia, right? What's next? Tibet. The Tibetan monks are going to fly over with their kung fu and kick the shit out of us. There's always a threat of this kind of stuff, all right? At least we're not actively in military engagements with these countries. That's number 1. And number 2, there's not much many of us can really do about it, So I don't really see a reason to sit around being all worried about this shit. We in America, in the United States, we talk with our votes. So if we don't like where our government's going, next time we have a chance to vote, we got to vote the people out of office who are veering our country in the wrong direction. Outside of that, there's not much else we could do. So it's kind of like, meh. Well, I could sit here all fucking worried that World War III's coming, or I could just, go about my daily business, and that's what I'm going to do. So, okay. Shout out to Mumat9, who cheered and said, I like pie. Well, I like pie too, Mumat, although recently I have been eating my birthday cake. I think as of last night, the cake is half gone. And that's because Kat had 1 or 2 pieces, and I've been having a piece a day since my birthday. So the cake is half gone. I've still got like another week to eat this goddamn cake. And not that I'm not complaining, it's amazing. But it's the most freaking ridiculously decadent cake ever. To the point where it's like, oh my god, this is going to take so long to finish. Getting a review copy of the game is I'm not in any position where I'm being forced to fulfill any obligation and beat the game. It's not the case. I'm not being paid to kiss the game's butt. I'm an honest player and reviewer here. So if I don't like the game, I could just say it's not my cup of tea, I don't like it, and tell you why, and move on and do other stuff. All right? But Tuesday and probably Wednesday, my main gameplay streams are going to be this game, Extinction. Tuesday and Wednesday night, more than likely it's going to be Ni no Kuni those nights as well. Okay? Thursday is my day off. Now, wait. What? Phil, you just had Saturday off. Yeah, I know. What's been going on is it's very hard for me to get a schedule that's been in line with Kat's, my girlfriend Kat's. And every week what we try to do is find the day or days when we could probably both take a day off. All right? This week, that only day is Thursday. So I have to take a Thursday off. I know it's weird because I'm only coming back, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. He's taking a day off again. I know. But that's just the situation, guys. This is going to happen every once in a while. All right, so Thursday is my day off this week. I'll come back on Friday. What am I playing on Friday? It's going to be directly dependent on how stuff went with Extinction. If Extinction was good, I'm going to keep playing it. All right, if it's not, then I'm probably going to switch over to something else. What will I switch to? Well, I've got 1 week until God of War. And everyone knows God of War is the big release this month. It's going to probably take a long time to beat. They've been saying it takes 20 or more hours to beat it. Some people say, over this open world, if you do everything, it could take up to 30, 35 hours of wandering around and doing content and stuff. So, I don't know. What should I do with only a week? I could start Bloodborne, but if I start Bloodborne, understand there's no way I'm beating it. I'm just going to have to play a few sessions and then put it on hold until I have time to play it again. It's that simple. People would have to accept that, okay? Or, I guess I could do something completely different, like Assassin's Creed Rogue, which was released HD version, or modernized version a couple weeks ago. Or I could play a survival horror game. Some people ask me to replay Silent Hill 2, like a retro replay. Okay? God of War will 100% be the major focus game. It's the hot new AAA release. Everyone's waiting for it. No one really knows how to react to it yet because no one's played it. But people are really excited for it to know if it's any good or not. I'm right along there with you guys. As a fan of the God of War series, I definitely want to see if it's a good game. Being that it's such a departure from the standard formula of what God of War was previously. And I'm going to be all about it. It's going to be my main focused game for weeks. Okay, it is. It's going to be fun, and I cannot wait. So, what I will do is, basically, once God of War starts, I may have Bloodborne be the later night streams to balance with God of War after a few sessions of God of War before, the game gets kind of tired. Or, I may not. I may just do other things. Like right now I'm doing Ni no Kuni, and chances are I may complete Ni no Kuni this week. So maybe I'll start another kind of downtime game. What will it be? I don't know. I mean, there's many options. I never finished Yakuza Kiwami. I could bring back Persona 5. There's a million things I could do as a downtime game to balance with this stuff, okay? But I'm making it very strong emphasis right now. Bloodborne is a game that we're using to kill some time right now for about a week until God of War comes out. Once God of War is out, that becomes the focus. I will eventually get back to Bloodborne to complete it, but it's not the main focus, all right? My Q&A show. This is a bi-monthly show, okay? It's interesting now because I didn't do a Hate Live last month. That's my podcast. So because I didn't do a podcast, there may be like tons of questions now that you guys have saved up for me. Please, if you want to get your question answered on the show, head over to the kingofhate.com forums right now. There's a section there for this episode of Ask the King coming up, and post up your questions. I can't emphasize anymore that you need to post up if you want a chance to get your question answered. And the more questions I get for Ask the King, the better the show is. All right. And if you were a patron who pledged $20 or more either in March or February, you're entitled to post up a question and get it answered on the show. There's a special thread on the kingofhate.com forums for you. You should have gotten a private message by now if you were a February patron. If you are a March patron, tonight. It's actually tonight that I'm sending out that information. on patreon.com via PMs. Now, if you don't get a message and you feel like you're owed, well, I didn't get a message about this perk, I don't understand, email me, all right, darksidephil@hotmail.com. Or maybe you get it, but you don't have access. Well, please read the PM I send you, because maybe you need to send me some information so I can upgrade your forum account. I promise you within 2 weeks here, I'll have all the forum accounts upgraded, and therefore everyone will be able to have a fair chance to post up their questions for Ask the King before the show airs live on stream on the 26th, okay? So, in summary, no more mentioning of my taxes until maybe the end of the year if I need help again. But at this point, there's no point in me doing it anymore. If you want the full situation, you got to check out the Twit Longer I put out yesterday on Twitter. Or the video I put out on DSP Gaming on YouTube, the pre-stream from today. Explains everything. Tomorrow, Far Cry 5 concluding. Then Ni no Kuni 2. Then Extinction starts on Tuesday. Thursday's my day off this week. This weekend, I may be getting a new playthrough, depending on if Extinction's any good. More than likely, this Saturday, I'm playing Ultra Street Fighter 2 for a session. Next week is the big build-up to God of War. When God of War comes out, more than likely, I'll be doing a midnight release. All right, and that'll be the main game kind of finishing through the end of the month. I'm not playing Yakuza 6 until I finish Ni no Kuni 2, and it's not guaranteed that I'm even going to play it. I'm kind of mulling it in my head if I'm going to or not. And Ask the King is airing on the 26th of April, so please post up your questions. There you go. That's a cumulative episode. Pretty interesting, right? A lot of stuff going on. Thank you. Thank you guys, as always, for your support. I really do appreciate it, whether it's here on YouTube, whether it's over on Twitch, whether it's on my Patreon, wherever you guys do it, you know. It's very much appreciated, okay? That's about it, guys. Thanks very much for watching the Weekend Preview. Without further ado, we got the new Patreon crawl ready for you guys. Thanks to the following March patrons, whose pledges all allow me to continue to do this as a full-time thing. Thanks, everyone. Peace out. Have a good night. See you tomorrow for the end of Far Cry and more Ni no Kuni.
Hey, you worthless specimen. Get that ass banned.